Welcome friends to my kitchen. Benvinti alla mia cucina. What am I doing today? It's Easter coming up and I'm always planning ahead, and I'm making a dessert for Easter. It's not a Portuguese dessert, but it's a dessert that everybody loves when I make it. It's tiramisu. Tiramisu is a dessert, Italian dessert, but it's so easy and so simple, and you need to make it ahead of time, so it's a good dessert for busy times like Easter time. I have here, these are ladyfingers. They're a soft cookie. We're gonna soak these in coffee. I have 6 egg yolks. I have 2/3 of a cup of sugar, 2 cups of heavy cream. You're gonna need some cocoa powder, some espresso, coffee, some vanilla, and then some mascarpone. This is like Italian cream cheese. So that's what we're gonna do today. And I'm gonna assemble in this Pyrex, put it in the refrigerator, it's done. I don't have to worry about it. So we're gonna start by doing the eggs and the sugar in a double boiler in the back on the stove, and then I'll show you the rest. I put my egg yolks, my sugar in this bowl, and then I need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna keep whisking this. We're gonna keep whisking this until this is all creamy, and until the eggs all like a creamy pale yellow color. You want to mix it all the time so there's no scrambled eggs. And the other thing is, you don't want, it has water in the bottom. You don't want the water to touch the bowl. So the water is down here and my bowl is up there, so it won't touch it. But you just keep mixing. So one way is we're cooking these eggs by doing this way, because this does not need to bake. This is one of those assemble and put in a refrigerator and it's done. No baking. So I love this dessert, but this dessert is very rich. I don't make it quite often, but special occasions I do. So anyway, I'm gonna keep mixing this until it turns that pale yellow, and then I'll show you. You want to keep mixing until this reaches to a temperature of 165. So we kind of want to cook those eggs. So I have this on the lowest temperature. We're not there yet. So just keep mixing and then keep checking the temperature. Okay, it's reached to 160, so I'm gonna take it off because it's gonna continue cooking. It's gonna continue increasing the temperature as it sits here. And that's what you want, this pale yellow. Okay, until my eggs cool, I'm gonna beat the heavy whipping cream. We're gonna beat this into a stiff peak. And I'm gonna beat it with my beater. Okay, well, my whipped cream is whipped, so I'm gonna leave it aside. Now I'm gonna go to the eggs. I need 24 ounces of mascarpone cheese. This one is only 16, so I need another container. So I need half of this other container. Okay. So now I'm gonna whip the mascarpone with the eggs. It will cool those eggs, and the mascarpone was cold, so. Okay, don't overmix this. So now I'm gonna add half of this heavy cream over here and kind of fold it. You don't want to deflate that heavy whipping cream, but you want to fold it just 1/3 of it. And then I'm going to pour everything in there because this bowl is still a little bit warm and you want to keep this cold. Okay, so I'm going to pour this in here. And now I'm gonna fold all this. You don't want deflated, but you want it all incorporated with the whipping cream. I have a cup of water, 2 cups of water in a microwave, and I'm gonna do my coffee. So now I'm gonna do my coffee. I have a bowl in a microwave with 2 cups of water, and I'm gonna do some instant coffee. Okay, so I have 2 cups of hot water in here, and I need 2 tablespoons of instant espresso. You can use regular coffee, very strong coffee, but it doesn't taste nothing like when you do with the espresso. So I'm gonna let this sit here. And then to this, you can add Kahlua. I'm gonna add some Irish cream. And I'm gonna put 4 tablespoons of Irish cream. If you're doing this for your kids, then eliminate this. But there's no little kids. There won't be no little kids. It's all adults. So, and this is where we're gonna soak the ladyfingers. Okay. Forgot to add the vanilla. You need a teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm gonna try to incorporate it into this. It was right there in front of me. This is not something I make quite often. So at this point, you can do all this, not making the coffee. You can substitute for fruit, for lemon juice, different other liqueurs. But this is the original recipe for tiramisu. This is a very expensive. You go to a restaurant to get some tiramisu, and it's going to cost you at least $10, if not more, for a serving of tiramisu. And you can make it at home. All this probably cost you about $20, and this will make 16 servings. So. Anyway, I figured this is something light for Easter. Okay, so now lay them down, and then I'm going to pour. So I'm going to lay them all down, and then I'm going to pour some of the coffee over them. because it makes it easy to work. So now I'm going to pour some of this coffee, just drizzle over the ladyfingers. Kind of just soak them. You don't have to get them completely wet. Just soak them with the coffee. And then we pour some of the mascarpone filling. And that's all. There's a little steps, but it's very easy. Easy to make. Okay. And we do another layer of ladyfingers. I bought 4, and there's should be enough for all this. And then we do another, soak them again. I can just drink this coffee liqueur. It smells so good. This is Italian tiramisu. I love making stuff like this because you make it ahead. It's one less thing you have to worry about. Okay. Make another layer. And you can keep this in the refrigerator for a couple days. So you can make it ahead for a couple days. Couple here. Boy, this was perfect. Perfect amount of ladyfingers. And we put the last of the coffee. There are some ladyfingers that are harder. These were the soft ones. If they were the hard ones, you might need to soak into, dip them into coffee instead of drizzling like I do. Sometimes I can find the hard ones, sometimes I don't. Okay, now we put the rest of the mascarpone. We spread it up. The whole thing. I'm going to get my spatula. The soft spatula makes it all nice and straight. I can get to the corners. Okay, so now comes the cocoa powder. You wanna put some cocoa powder in a sieve and then just sifted generously all over the top. Now I'm going to clean all the border. Presentation is just as important as the dessert. So, and I'm going to cover this with some saran wrap and keep in the refrigerator for till Easter, which is in a couple days. And here it is, friends, my tiramisu. A beautiful dessert, easy, and you will impress your families if you make this for Easter this year. This is a dessert you can make ahead of time, and you will impress your family. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Give me some thumbs up. Share my videos on your social media and with your friends. And until next time, happy Easter.